It's great to be here in Dubai. It's actually my first time in the region. I'm based in New York. I'm a lawyer turned business person, turned regulator, turned business person again. And I got involved in a lot of these emerging financial technologies through my work as a financial regulator at a U.S. agency called the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Now, a lot of people have not heard of it, but it actually plays a very important role, particularly with the emergence of some of these new virtual currencies and in the context of blockchain. In 2014, our agency found virtual currencies to be a commodity, as that term is defined in the context of the American regulatory environment. The term commodity is very broad, and so I was asked to lead an agency task force that actually started to study at a relatively early time the use of virtual currencies, the use of blockchain technologies, and to really learn about it at the same time as other regulators around the world were also learning about it. So today, I'm based in New York, I'm back in the private sector, and I help companies navigate the intersection of blockchain, virtual currencies, new technology, and the regulatory landscape. We're entering a new stage in the hype cycle. For a while, no one ever heard of them. Then there was a bit of stigma attached to them. They were associated with nefarious activities, criminal or terrorist or money laundering activities. Then in 2017, I think that was the year of massive hype. It was going to cure hunger, cure cancer. Then I think at the beginning of 2018, you've seen a correction to that and people think the time is over. I think in my outlook for 2018 is I'm very optimistic. I think we're just getting started. I think people are learning how to use these innovations. They're starting to deploy them in real-world test cases and real-world implementations. And I think we're at the beginning of something very exciting. And I think often when people talk about regulation or regulators, some of the nuances and subtleties get missed. I think regulators, like many other people in their jobs, they're balancing multiple missions. And in the case of regulators, they are trying to balance protecting the public, consumer protection. They're on the lookout for fraud or use of some of these new technologies for bad actors. But there's also a lot of excitement about the innovation they can bring, whether it's used by the regulator itself or it's used by the types of actors in markets. Central banks are studying these technologies. Market regulators are forming sandboxes, innovation hubs. And again, I just think we're really getting going. And to the people who say that the regulators are going to shut it down, I think they're looking at the bad actors. I think they're looking at some of the on-ramps and off-ramps between virtual currencies and traditional currencies. I think they're trying to correct some of the public understanding so people understand these are not currencies like other things that are backed by a sovereign government, but at the same time they have a lot of value to add and tremendous innovative potential.